So we're looking forward, obviously, to the challenge tonight.
Well, what is the feel? What is the feeling of the Ducks United dressing room at this time? We saw in the league game where they would have come out with a draw against the Royal Lions, and the Royal Lions have beefed up their team tonight. What are your chances? What is the feeling in the dressing room like?
Well, I think going back to that last league game, as you know, the league had already basically finished for us because we'd won it. So obviously there was some complacency there, and the guys really weren't on their toes to focus on getting the 3 points as I wanted them to. So obviously it's a different game tonight because it's a one-off and it's for a trophy, and the boys are all looking forward to trying to win that trophy.
So, final words in. Are we looking for a Ducks victory tonight?
Well, hopefully that's what we're setting out to do, and we've been working hard, obviously, to get through and win this trophy again.
With the Ducks United, you have already taken the league trophy. How important it is for Ducks United to take the Super Four, and remember, we have the Champions League coming up.
Yeah, it is important because you want to keep the winning going, and as you know, winning breeds confidence, and confidence breeds winning. So it's a knock-on effect all the time. You want to keep the team ticking over, and you want to keep them on the toes and want to be winning every game as much as possible, and that was what we set out to do.
Who are some of the players that we should look for in this game?
Well, obviously the senior members of Doc's team, which is Jermaine Ricketts, Bino, Akeem McIntyre Mata, and you've got Jose Torres, Johnny Gishard, who both of them in the top goal scorers this year. So we're hoping, obviously, for some good work from them this evening.
Thank you for speaking with us, Coach. Go well. Do you want to have anything else to say to the viewers as you leave, as you depart your team? The team will be coming out in just a while. Final words for the viewers?
Well, I just hope they enjoy the game and relax and hope to see some beautiful football.
Thank you, team. Thank you. Go well. It happens right here at AI Live at the Raymond Shaw Technical Center, where the stadium is already filling up, and we are inviting you. If you are in Anguilla, get here fast because you may just lose your seat. It is going to be a big one. It's Ducks United. They're taking on the Royal Lions. Pleasant viewing. It's coming up in just a while. See you then. Good evening. Welcome back to. With us here is. He's everything in the Lions. He's a medics. He is on the management team. He's no stranger to us, as we say. Welcome to our microphone here, the man Winston.
Hi, good evening. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. It is a big finals. A finals that the Royal Lions will definitely be looking to get one back on the Ducks United after losing the league. What are the preparation? What are the feeling in the camp?
Well, we are all confident as usual. Any defeat is simply a need for you to go back and address your game plan. It highlights your deficiencies, so it's something that you can work on. In terms of our game plan for today, we'll have to wait and see. But rest assured that we're not going to be on the back foot. We're going to work as hard as we can to ensure that we get the victory.
Well, who are some of the big name players, some of the dangerous players that we should be looking forward to seeing on show tonight?
Well, in my estimation, everyone on the team is a big name player because everyone has the potential to score at any point in time. While we don't have presently some of the older guys, I don't think we should underestimate the abilities of the younger fellows because they are just as potent. If you look at Mackay Kana, he can shoot from practically any range of the field with his left or his right foot. Jelly can slash and dash. So it's going to be an interesting tussle, but rest assured the Roaring Lions are coming with full steam.
As you made mention, indeed, you have missed through injuries, and some of your players are overseas, and that has caused a damper in the camp. But I've seen the rise of a number of young players, the likes, as you mentioned, Mickey Connor, Jackson, and the likes of Christian, and they've really come to the fore. And so this evening we are going to see them on show this evening. What can you tell us about Walker?
Well, if you recall, he might be out due to some injuries that were sustained, not related to football. But in regards to saying that the missing guys, the missing older guys have created a damper, no, it has created an opportunity for the younger players. So every dark cloud has a silver lining. The silver lining is you're now seeing our younger players coming to the fore.
All right, thank you for talking with us. Go well, we wish you the very best, and we expect a really, really good game. So just tell the viewers the last word that you want to get in. Tell the viewers.
Stay tuned. If you're not in the Valley, go to YouTube, look at the game, and I can assure you, place your bets on the Roaring Lions.
Well, we are not betting here. Well, on behalf of the AFL and your voice of choice, taking it back to Master Control. Ducks United for Roaring Lions. It's the Super Bowl finals. The man charge. The man Harley and AR2 is the man Brown. The fourth official.
Good evening and welcome back to the REGTC, where it's the final of the Super 4 tournament. And it's the biggest rivalry in Anguilla football right now. It's the Roaring Lions, and they are taking on the Ducks United FC. Ducks, the champions of the regular season. The Roaring Lions have found form, however. And it's the one game that both teams just seem to put everything on the line. The Lions turn it up, and the Ducks, they just don't seem able to handle the Lions when they're at their best. The lineups for today will read: for the Ducks United, Caleb Bryan, he's in number 15. Naomi Crooks, number 8. Passion back in the starting lineup today. Ashton Dumas, he is number 2. Johnny Gishad, number 12. Elijah St. John, the man in Pogba, he gets a start today, the number 14. Jelani Lawrence back in goal. He's the number 1. DeAndre Marshall is the number 19. Captain Mata, he's the number 7. Jermaine Bino Ricketts, number 16. Glenville Mally Rogers, he's the number 45. And rolling up the 11 for the Ducks United, the dangerous Jose Torres, he is the number 11. Amongst the substitutes, they do have Smiles, Chadley Charles, Darius Lanton, the backup keeper, Ramos, Zanya O'Donoghue, and Ricky Young. For the Roaring Lions, it's Shamari Bryan, the number 18. Kareem continues in goal. He's a goalkeeper and captain, number 46. Mackay Connor, the number 3. Marvin Erskine is partnered with Yaria Fleming at the back yet again. They've restored their true centre-back partnership, numbers 22 and 30 respectively. Khalid Jackson retains his place, the number 34. Jaden Laurent, he's the number 25. Dalik Moore, number 29. Jelly, Jamal Richardson is number 2. Fares Sutherland is the number 15. And Kristen Williams, he is the number 47. The big miss for them, the biggest miss for them, no Screechy Walker to start with.
Well, I'm not sure if it is no Walker to start with. It will be no Walker at all. From what I heard, he had in some fake accident and he is out of this game. And so we wish him a really speedy recovery. Hoping all is going well for you, brother.
It's the Ducks. It's the Lions. It's the big clash here. And it's all going down at the REGTC. Kamal Harding Hodge, the man in the middle today. He does have Brown and Hawley on as assistant referee duty. He blows the whistle and the Ducks in there. Blue and yellow will get us started here. The Lions and their familiar orange strip. Immediately we can see Jaden Laurent, the big man. He's playing up front for them. Fares Sutherland seems to be on this right side. And it looks like Williams may have shifted over to the left. So Jelly is playing in a midfield role today. They have the experience in the back line of Yariel and Marvin. That will be crucial for them. Free kick in the early going here to the Ducks United. We'll find Ricketts, who shifts it wider for Torres. Torres, lobbing one in early, giving Burris some work to do, but he comes out and collects rather easily. Just a minute in, but we can already see how the game will ebb and flow both ways. The Lions, they will have no greater motivation than to prevent the Ducks United from winning the treble.
Different football that they are accustomed to play against the Roaring Lions. The Ducks United, for some reason or the other, shuts down when they play against the Roaring Lions.
Now we have to keep a very close eye on Bino Ricketts, and I like what he's done in the early goings of this one. Usually when Ducks play Lions, Bino tends to sit right in front of the back line for the Ducks United. But he's playing as an attacking midfielder today, as Pogba is playing in the deeper role, Pogba and Caleb. So it's allowed for Bino Ricketts to see in the early goings that Ricketts is not camping on the defensive line like he usually does in this sort of game.
Well, let us see at minute number 15 if that changes.
Indeed.
Because that has been Ducks down forward. Because the man Ricketts, who has, I mean, the name cannot be taken away from him. The midfield general. He does not play that midfield role when he plays against the Royal Lions. And so, if he plays that role tonight, the Royal Lions has a game at their hand.
The call that was made today by Coach Ben. He's opted to leave the pacey defender Chadley Charles on the bench, and he started Passion, who's been on for the past couple games.
I think he has gone for experience, what he knows.
Indeed. He's going for Passion, who's been playing for a while, to partner Mata at centre back. They don't have the most height, and the big man Jaden Laurent is playing up front.
Well, I think, and he's fast, but I think what Laurent is gonna have at his hand is experience. He has the experience of the likes of Mata and Passion to contend with.
What I do like the Ducks have done, instead of playing both Caleb and Pogba as the playing midfielders, they've pushed Caleb a bit further forward and allowed the physical man and Pogba to just sit in front of the back line and allow Bino and Caleb to, indeed.
Yes. So, good football we are expecting here to develop. It has been a tremendous build-up to this game, and we are expecting the finish.
Lovely ball!
Oh, my. And the second goal scorer of the league has almost broken the deadlock. Oh my, the diminutive Torres getting up there, getting that one head onto that one, and just over the crossbar.
Well, Jose Torres, I always describe him as the danger man in this Duck setup, because while he doesn't get the most goals, because Johnny is the premier goal scorer, Torres is just so intelligent in the runs he makes. The Ducks have made a change from their usual back four system. They've gone into a back three for this season with Passion or Chadley Charles playing with Mata and Naomi Crooks. And that has allowed Malley to come into the starting lineup. But with them playing as a front two, both Johnny and Malley, Torres has had to do a lot more defensive work. But he's so intelligent in the work that he does. He always pops up in brilliant attacking positions.
And one of the things that I admire well with Torres, he appears from nowhere. He's everywhere.
He reminds me a lot of Bernardo Silva in that respect, the Man City player. Just his ability to find space and pop in at the back post at the last possible second to create opportunities. Well, this is going to be a game. It's a sliced clearance. That's a good touch taken in there. Ducks getting in each other's way. This could be troublesome because Lions have their first attack. It'll be Fares Sutherland. Sutherland driving one. It's blocked. Still the Lions attack. Lovely ball forward. Looking to drive centrally.
Look at how calm and collective the defense for the Ducks United is.
Indeed. They have ball players playing at centre back now. In Crooks, Mata, and Passion. They're all very comfortable on the ball. So they're all able to take a touch. As it will deflect out wide for the Lions. Ball through. And Lawrence comes out to collect. Lawrence having to wear a bit because his red jersey is a bit too close to the Roaring Lions. And the early goings of this one, you can sense the tension not only on the field but in the crowd as well. You can hear anytime the ball passes the halfway line for either side, they're on the edge of their seats. This is going to be a game and a half here at the REGTC. It always is. It's always a game when these two sides play. Reminds me a whole lot of those old kicks and Lions rivalries. Not in terms of the emotional stake, but just the quality of football as well, that these two sides play. It's always a joy to watch.
That if you look on the field, it is just the name change of that. It is just a name change. Because if you look out there on the field, I am seeing more than half of the players on this Ducks team are actually.
Well, Lawrence, Zanya O'Donoghue, Mally, Johnny, all former Kicks United men. Here come Lions. Here come Lions trying to get around the outside. Does well to beat a man. Shifting past a few. Oh, he's beating everyone. But that's very good recovery shown there by Captain Matter, because that could have spelled some danger. He was drifting. He was driving. And it's a lovely ball over the top. Well defended in the end. But Lions, they're controlling the lion's share of possession. And it was a good idea for a ball. And Mighty had to get that one right, because guess who was in behind? The game is playing at the fever pitch right now. It's over the top again. I think it's Christian Williams playing over on the left side. He couldn't keep himself.
That was Jelly.
It's Jelly, actually. So, Jelly, it's interesting to see how the Lions drift in and out of positions based on where they're needed. It looks like the Lions may be playing with a de facto back five on defense.
Yes.
They respect the in quotations front four of the Ducks United in Marshall, Torres, and then Mally and Johnny. As here comes Jaden Laurent. Jaden waiting for a pass, trying to slide it through, deflected, and Bino picks it up. He hasn't had too many touches, Bino Ricketts, trying to drive on water for DeAndre Marshall. Caleb turning. Losing out, and here come Lions. It's 3 versus 3. Here come the Roaring Lions. Ball inside. It's a turn, and it's a missed touch. A crucial missed touch. That could have spelled some serious danger. It was Mikai Connor, the man, trying to spin off the defender. He just couldn't keep his balance, and Lawrence came out and collected.
Victory for Ducks United.
Well,
and that will definitely change. My prediction will change, and I'll tell you why I will change my prediction.
Crooks under some pressure from Sutherland. And then Matter does well again. He's transformed really into a very good centre-back, Matter. A lot of CDMs, they are able to make the transition to centre-back. We've seen it happen with the likes of Connor Cody for the Wolverhampton Wanderers over in the Premier League, a former defensive midfielder turned centre-back, and a very good centre-back at that. Plays for Everton in the Premier League. Lovely ball over the top. He's onside, and the touch deceived him. The touch betrayed him, and Lawrence could come on and collect, but the Lions have come to play here today.
Came with a good injection on the Lions.
Well, they can play a ball over the top. It's Mally. These Lions youngsters have such energy. Here's Faris Sutherland, who gives this one away, and he's taking out Torres, and immediately Harding is going to come out. And I think it has to be a card.
Somebody's going to be carded. Both of them are going to be carded.
Faris Sutherland and the Mighty.
Has been carded.
Torres was crunched from both sides. This could be troublesome because he didn't just get one bit of impact. They both hit him from either side, so he didn't have a standing leg to really release some of the pressure from the impact.
And it was in the 12th minute of play, and being carded that early.
It's not just one man.
It is not a case where the referee could have, given a stern warning.
There was no chance. He had no choice but to card him.
He had to card them. And to be carded this early in a game, at this magnitude, you have to be wondering if that was the best effort the Lions had.
He was wide, so they both didn't. But I think that goes with the game plan that the Lions are trying to play with. They're not giving the Ducks a second on the ball. You take away the ball from the Ducks United, they can't score. And you have the pace of the youngsters up front, the likes of Mackay, who can always make a run in behind and beat a Ducks defense that's missing the pace man in Chadley Charles.
Well. The Royal Lions will definitely welcome back Fleming.
They needed him with this Mali and Johnny combination that has certainly come to life for the Ducks United.
They were teammates
With kicks. And they were such a dynamic duo. They're teammates with the national team as well. Mali and Johnny. Now they've brought the dynamic duo to the Ducks United. Ricketts whips one in towards Johnny. Head going up. It's going to be a corner.
That's the tall, lanky figure of Lara, putting it over the goal line and for a corner kick.
Just 13 minutes in. And the game has been played at an absolute fever pitch. It's been chances, it's been opportunities, it's been tense, it's been tight. And you can't call it either way right now.
And the thing about it now is that the same energy that is on the park is on the benches. It's the same energy you're going to get from the coaches that you're going to get from the supporters. And so the Remanigation Technical Center right now is noisy. We are having a game. It's a big one. It is the finals. It is the Super 4 finals.
We still have Champions League football to play. Football is getting really interesting right now. Whipped in behind Johnny. Mali towards Johnny and Mali! Glenville Mali Rogers has broken the deadlock. He makes it 1-0 with a pot shot out of nowhere. No real backlift, but the power that Mali possesses in that right boot was too much, way too much for Kareem Burris. And in the 14th minute of play, Ducks United have drawn first blood.
The dangerous 4 became the dangerous 2. It was a combination of the man Mali and Gishan. Mali putting the icing on the cake and beating Morris to his right. It's into the back of the net. Ducks United 1-0.
We just spoke about how Ben found that dynamic duo, and he didn't quite know to integrate Mali into his side in the early goings of the season. He completely shifted his philosophy to get Mali into the side, changed his complete formation to a 3-5-2. And Glenville Mali Rogers, the veteran, one of our legends of Anguillan football, has stepped up to the occasion in the final. He's won championships with the Kicks United. He knows the pressure that comes in these sorts of games. And it was too easy for him. Composed, clinical Glenville Mali Rogers.
A man who knows what winning feels like. And when you're accustomed to win, you don't know what the pressure is. When people talk about, when you and I will sit here and speak about the pressure that they're playing in, it is their playing field. It is their play day. It's their happy moment. They want to come out here and show what they are made of in big championship games. And the man Mali.
Handball. The difference between the two sides right now and then it was maybe 2 seasons ago when Lions were playing, they had their experienced guys that knew pressure. The likes of Tyreek, likes of Jermaine, the likes of Screechy, the likes of Jaden Abbott. Those guys have won championships. They know pressure. But Ducks United, they didn't. Here come Lions. Lovely ball in. And just like that, the Lions say, we are back. We are back in this one. They have equalized. Just 2 minutes have passed. I said that this game is too close to call, and it's way too close right now. because Lions are right back in this one. What a finish.
Williams has gone past the man Lawrence, and the Royal Lions are back on equal terms. It is happening right here at the Raymond Igisha Technical Center. Dogs taking on the Royal Lions, and the youngsters that I was just about to say before that ball went into the net. They may not have the experience up front, but they have fearless youngsters.
Indeed.
And that's what we saw coming to the fore right on that occasion.
These youngsters of the Lions, they have been coming to the when you have the likes of Christian Williams, who's played in big games before in the under-17 level. He played in one of the biggest matches of his life in the game for the championship against the Spartans. He lost. It hurt him. I don't want to reveal certain information, but his head wasn't in the right mind frame to play for Lions anymore. He got a talking to from Winston Duncan, the president of the Roaring Lions, and now in the biggest game of his life, he has come up with the biggest goal of his life.
The Roaring Lions, in our interview, Winston didn't make mention of the youngsters. He did not have the big names, but it is not that they put a damper on the Royal Lions. It has just opened up opportunities for the youngsters, and on that occasion we are seeing the likes of Williams coming to the fore, and immediately Royal Lions, we are seeing a totally different Royal Lions team.
This game is never open. It's usually tense and tight. This game has been completely open for 20 minutes. It's been tense. It's gone both ways. We don't know which way this game is going to go. The anchor has been swinging. The pendulum has been going. It's been at a fever pitch for 20 minutes, and it's not going to slow down.
I tell you what, we have the excited Johnson in the house, the one who don't want to say, but he said he did give it up, that Ducks were going to win, but I'm telling him tonight that the Royal Lions have something in this conversation. This conversation is not going to be one-sided.
Well, guess what? I'm going to sit on the fence. I am going to sit on the fence tonight. I'm play-by-play. I'll call the plays. Y'all can make the predictions. Here comes Torres.
Torres. It's going to be cut out there by Fleming.
The Lions have come to play. The Ducks have come to play. Passion finds Mata in towards Pogba. Now Marshall trying to cut inside. Still DeAndre Marshall gives this one off. Laurent back playing defense. This one played forward. A pot shot, really. A nothing shot. That's what you would call. That's exactly it. Nothing in this game.
My. Well, it is only the 20th minute of play. We are not even halfway in the first half. And my, the excitement at the Raymond Igisha Technical Center is at a whole new level. As we watch again, the Ducks United.
Boris's kick wasn't the best effort. Almost proved troublesome. And our referee will stop play. Marvin is down.
The atmosphere is electric. I came to my hero standing on my head as if I was electrocuted.
This reminds me, it's not quite as full as last year's playoff, but the crowd has built up tremendously. What a game we will have today, and what a crowd to match it.
And I tell you something. The stage has been set for what is going to be. But listen, extremely.
Did I hear penalty kicks?
I said it.
Hello.
I'm believing it.
1 equals to 2-1.
I won't tell you what I said off mic and off camera. I won't give you my prediction, but I did make one off camera and off mic.
Well, off camera, off my Ducks said penalty kicks.
Gee.
Ducks will win on penalty
Off
kicks.
camera, off mic doesn't count. He has to be bold enough to say upfront and personal.
That was Doc. This is not. I am not the play-by-play guy.
Penalty kicks?
I don't know. I'm just calling the action.
As a commentator, you have to be brave enough to make prediction. It is only how that the listeners will be able to trust your commentary, and will be able. We are not saying that they will bet off your prediction, because we are not a betting community. But I'm saying that when you do commentaries and you have called the game for so long, you must be able to come up with predictions.
All I will say, I predicted 7-0 for the first game. It finished 7-0.
Are you saying no one trusts me?
Johnson,
I think that guys are win.
You predict-
The last 7 years, I'm not trusted.
they didn't get a shot, Johnson.
Johnson, if I was a betting man and I had to take
Torres puts one in towards Johnny. It falls towards Mally, bouncing around, not cleared, and it can't fall out wide to DeAndre Marshall. Deflected yet again, and eventually cleared away. Every touch of the ball is completely soaked up by this crowd. Lovely ball towards Sutherland.
it was a ball that was played in for Laurent.
Laurent, sorry, yes, it was Jaden Laurent, the big man. And
Listen, Johnson, if I was a betting man and I had to go off your prediction, I would be looking for you. I won't tell you with what, but I would be looking for you.
I am a betting man. So put your body where your mouth is.
yes, Jaden.
Well, it's happening right here in the Raymond Edition Technical Center. The best of the best in commentaries, the best, on the field. Oh, it's a big kahuna. Wow.
The big fandango.
Yes. This is what it comes down to. The Royal Lions are taking on Ducks United.
Caleb. Pogba. Goes further back to Mata. And again, I have to wonder, why did Ben opt to leave his pacey defender, probably the fastest defender in the league, Chadley Charles, on the bench? One of the most impressive defenders I've seen. I asked Millie, I will ask the question to you, Johnson. Would you have played Chadley over Passion today? Here comes Torres. Torres puts this one in, and Melly can't get the touch. Marshall here. DeAndre Marshall beating away the follow-up volley. Cypher!
Well, I tell you, it is a Super 4 finals, and I tell you what, goals are far from being done. Oh my.
It's over. 2 goals to 1. Final score.
If that, well, we have to be playing 25 minutes.
The goals aren't done yet. I can guarantee you that. You can put your money on that. The goals aren't done. Johnny Gishard stepping up yet again in the big moment. Mata chugging. Mata trying to keep up with the young man. Mata does brilliantly well. Here's Naomi Crooks. Crooks finding Torres. Mighty steps in. They're still tussling. It's Christian Williams. But eventually Mally has runners. One of them is Johnny. Johnny can't get there. The ball from Mally was incorrect. He tried to send Johnny wide. Johnny ran centrally.
But this man looking like a spring chicken.
Mally is rejuvenated here today.
Well, I'll tell you something, guys. I'll tell you something about what I'm seeing in this game so far. The difference in the game so far is the man, Bino Rickett, who's actually playing midfield.
Are you trying to tell me you are going that way?
I told you before that the game will finish 3-1 in favor of Ducks United.
Did
that
you?
was my prediction.
That was his prediction.
That was my prediction, 3-1 in favor of Ducks United. But from what I'm seeing here,
Man, you
it's
tell
going to
me
be a lot more goals.
you changing your mouth fast and furious.
Over the top. Mighty will get there ahead of Torres. Clears this one long. Mally takes it down. Caleb finds Ricketts. Ricketts tries to catch Boris off his line. Not high enough, not powerful enough.
I said 3-1 in favor of Ducks.
And then you change.
I also said,
And you
I will
change.
not be surprised if this one goes to penalty shootout.
No, and you also said,
No, Doc, the man who is afraid of speaking
no,
on
you
air.
also said Lions would win. Did you hear that tonight, Doc?
I said that outside. You want to hear things from me.
You reveal my statement off camera to the public, and now yours has been revealed off camera to the public. You're not only sitting on the fence, you've been on both sides of the fence as well.
Well, you know, at the end of the night, Doc, football is going to win. You know that, right?
No. We won't take that.
It is going to be the Ducks United doing the double.
We won't take that.
Ducks United is going to do the double. They are going to take the lead. They are going to walk away also with the Super 4. And as Johnson said, they're going to do the triple. Because they are going to walk away with the Champions League. Johnson said it. Yes,
I said Man City.
This reminds me a lot of the FA Cup final on Saturday between Manchester United and Manchester City. As Torres placed this one in, headed clear, not quite dealt with. Knocked back towards Ricketts. Ricketts going for an effort. And Mali is offside. And this is going to be a free kick to the Lions.
We are talking about the AFL. But Johnson is giving me results from England.
Well,
he's giving me results from the EPL, from UEFA, and from La Liga.
This is the biggest rivalry in Anguillan football. On Saturday, it was the biggest rivalry in English football. And the champions of the league ended up beating the historic club. City are the champions of the league. They beat the historic club Manchester United. Ducks are the champions of the league. Lions are the historic club. I'm not saying it's a parody. I'm not saying it's a prediction. But football is a very funny game. Football always finds a way of balancing things out.
Well, I tell you what, as we watch Ducks again.
Johnny, it's wider here, and it was Mali trying. Mali is chugging, you know. Mali looks about 10 years younger.
Well, Johnson, I don't know what Johnson was looking at, but he said that's an offside again from Mali. There is something that I am interested in, right? I understand that we are a British overseas territory. And so Johnson wants to play one on us. So he wants to tell us about Manchester City, when in truth and in fact he's telling us about Ducks United.
According to Jose Mourinho, if I speak, I am in trouble.
No, I am just giving clarity to what you said to the listening public.
Lions with the free kick. Burris up to the big man Laurent, who knocks this one on. That's a good touch. There's a young man, Williams, it looked like was trying to get in behind. Played forward. Ariel doing the defending now. Lovely ball as well. He's not offside. It's a good ball. But Mata back there doing the captain's work. Indeed, it's Crooks. Mighty back there doing some good work. It looks like Sutherland. A long touch. But it will find its teammate. He bundles a man off the ball, Crooks, but the referee says nothing doing. Get up, Mackay. Yes, Caleb. Caleb turning and twisting, getting himself in trouble. Mackay looking for Christian, only finds Ricketts, who sends a ball forward. And Torres is running, but he has one of the fastest centre-backs back there in Marvin. And Marvin does the job. Yariel now goes down the line. Lions trying to turn this one around yet again. They've come back from a goal down once in the first half. Lovely ball. Christian. Oh, the foul is called. The referee blew the whistle. And the fans on this right side of the ground can't quite believe it.
It is for holding.
He called a foul on Jaden Laurent.
Good call by... We don't have to go too far. That one was clear.
You can see the hand over the shoulder of the defender.
Lara is so tall, he couldn't even disguise it.
You can't hide it. His limbs are very long, so it's a lot of his hand to see over the defender's shoulder, dragging him back. The referee says, make sure the ball is down. Ducks taking their time with it. Ricketts. Wide for DeAndre Marshall. I love the way Ricketts has played today.
He has a spring in his step tonight.
Ricketts.
Guess what? The cast he had on his hand is gone. So it's all business.
Here's Naomi Crooks. Wide enough for Torres. Crooks yet again. Goes centrally towards Caleb now. Caleb has dropped deep into the Pogba role, and Pogba's taking up position further upfield. Caleb trying to find Marshall, but that's an ill-advised pass. Does well to recover the ball and has DeAndre Marshall in space. Marshall with shots to aim at. Marshall trying to go into the area, and he will. Ooh, he thought he won a corner. Goal kick is the call. Lions moving quickly. They want to capitalize on the momentum. Boris will go long. He will try to find Mackay. Plays a one-time ball out wide. That's picked up by Passion, who finds Pogba. And Pogba could get himself in trouble. Elijah St. John almost got himself in trouble there.
Just couldn't find his footing for a moment.
I was thinking that perhaps the central defender is injured.
Chadley, that's a possibility that Chadley may be hurt.
Because I saw him coming off the bench in the last 3 games.
Well, he-
I think he is. If, as we look over there now, see that he's favoring that the height era.
Lobbed over. Lawrence could be caught out. A man goes down. Referee Harding says penalty kick. Referee Harding had no choice but to point to the spot. It's Kristen, the man in there yet again. He took a very good touch and he was bundled over by, looked like Captain Matter. And I'm looking at the replay here. Looking at the replay. Kristen was bundled over by Captain Matter. And the Lions yet again have the opportunity to drag themselves back into this one.
Who you think is going to line up behind the ball? Penalty. Who you think is going to line up behind this one?
It's interesting.
Who you think? There's one person. It has to be Christian Williams.
Hey,
It has to be Christian
when
Williams.
when I spoke about the game, the Lions played Spartans. In that game, Spartans won 1-0. Kristen missed the penalty. Kristen missed the penalty in that game. I'm saying this is redemption time for Kristen Williams.
Christian Williams stepped up to the steps up,
Lawrence will see it.
and Lawrence has been beaten.
Okay, now it's Christian. Christian versus Lawrence. He backs up. He looks him in the eyes. Christian Williams. Christian. It's 2-2. The goal has been scored. The equalizer. We're dead back here again. Once more. And remember the Anguilla Football Stadium. Talk to me, brother.
Kristen Williams.
Christian Williams steps up. Christian Williams goal. One of the coolest head I've seen. It was, you know why he missed that penalty that Doc's talking about? Because I wasn't there. One of the coolest head in Anguilla football I've seen taking a penalty is Christian Williams.
Well, he didn't score it with his head. He scored it with his foot. So he's a cool foot.
Here, that penalty technique reminds me a lot of Jorginho for Arsenal. The little stutter before he kicks the ball to allow the keeper to take a side, allow the keeper to start favoring a side. He took his time, took a hop, skip and a jump, and just rolled it the other way. Lawrence was left rooted to his ground. And the Lions, yet again, are back in this one. It's 2 goals apiece.
I remember saying to Doc, when Doc said to me, if they go to penalty kick, Docs will win. I remember saying to him, if this game goes to penalty kick, this game has one winner.
We've had Christian redemption, but will we have Johnny redemption? Because if you remember last year, Johnny missed one of the biggest penalties of the season.
Jose will have to say before this night is finished.
I'm saying if this game goes to penalty, if this game that we are looking at, this Super Bowl final, goes to penalty, the ruined Lions will win.
But I can't help but mention how resilient the Lions are. They're obviously on the man. If you look at what happened in the season, they have been outclassed. But they've risen to the occasion on numerous occasions in the last game. They
said to, I would have said that the Royal Lions is missing. The Royal Lions is missing the likes of Walker and some of their more senior players, and they would have put a damper on the team.
Tyreek.
I remember.
Tafari.
I remember hearing Winston saying that it's not that they would put a damper on the Royal Lions. In fact, it would have just given the youngsters an opportunity. And so the youngsters have actually stepped up to the plate. If you notice, the Royal Lions have always been thereabouts. They are a winning team, they are a winning outfit, and they just find a way to win.
I remember last year we had a conversation.
I am not.
I'm not changing your talk.
I am not. I am not. I am just saying that the Royal Lions with their youngsters have always found a way in this tournament.
Here's DeAndre Marshall. Marshall out wide. Marshall cutting inside. Marshall beats a man. Good defending by Marvin. And Marshall's left-footed effort was horribly wrong.
That's what I have against Marshall. Marshall holds the ball, he plays a good ball, and then his final touch, for some reason or the other, just goes haywire.
I just think that you change your mouth with every ball, every play.
I am saying to you, Johnson, Ducks United, in the run of play, Ducks United will win this game. 3-1. If this game, it cannot be 3-1. If this game goes to penalty kick, the Royal Lions will win.
Penalty kick. It's only 38 minutes into the first half and you're talking about penalty kick.
Well, I remember, right? I remember that a team was down 4 goals to 0, and they lost the game in penalty kicks. They came back down 5-5 and lost in penalty kicks after coming from a 4-0 up.
That wasn't League One, I believe, the English League. It was Sheffield Wednesday. It's a good ball through towards Johnny. And a long touch, almost found Torres. But good pace being shown by Ariel. He's been a big miss for the Lions defensive line.
So Johnson, it is 2-2. And so, speaking about penalty kicks, is it too early? It is too early.
This one.
Plus another 7 minutes.
But I don't understand that. A team was 6-0 down and Johnson said that they will win in the last 10 minutes. 6-0 down. Johnson said they will win in the last 10 minutes. I don't understand you.
I'm not getting involved with the two of you all drama. Ricketts looking to go wide, picked up by Fares Sutherland. Very silky player, Fares. Love to look at him work over on this right side. I would like to see him operate from the left because he's very good at cutting inside on his right foot. Caleb has not, Shamari, Brian, but Caleb has not really had the most influence on the game just yet, playing in the midfield area. He's been marshaled very well by Dalik Moore and Christian Williams. Yes, Caleb.
It looks to me as if Dalik has the job of taking on the man Ricketts.
Yes, the Ducks feel has not had too much joy. St. John shifts it well towards Caleb. Now Naomi Crooks. Going central, it falls to Johnny. Wide for Jose Torres. Torres cuts past the man. Jose, and it will fall.
Would you believe it is the man that Doc just said doesn't have an influence in the midfield? Well, he doesn't have to have an influence in the midfield. Yes, someone at the top of the 18-yard box.
The reverse commentators curse. When I speak good on a player, they always tend to do something bad. I spoke bad on Caleb, and he came up with an absolute wonder shot.
Do the Lions have the intestinal fortitude to come back a third time?
Oh, they do.
You bet they do.
They do.
They can do it. Will they do it is the question. The two defenses have not played well at all. But this attack, the attack we have seen for both sides, it's been something to watch.
But I am not going to agree with you that the defenses has not played well. It's just that the forwards have done even better.
Free kick.
Oh my. What a game we are having at our hands tonight. It's 5 goals and it's not yet half time.
3-2.
I'm just looking at the fans. They're all sitting at the edge of their seat and they're asking for Christian!
Well. What a game Christian Williams is having.
Ball forward, headed on by Jaden. Goes into a wide area and marshaled out by Marshall.
I'm not sure that Lauren is having his best game. Who? Lauren.
But I think Jaden he's playing more of a makeshift striker than as an actual striker. Because he plays in defense when the Lions need him to. He plays on the wing when they need him to. No, they need him to play up front because they don't have anyone else. Unless you want to put the Fishmeister up front, they don't have too many options.
Well, I think that they will have to make some adjustments at halftime. It's just about 2 minutes away from that. I don't think that we are going to have much of an extra added time.
It's a lob forward.
Do you think they'll bring Bruno into a game like this?
Bruno will have to play this game, no doubt about it. Youth is going to play tonight.
He made a brilliant play to get that third goal.
He will have to play. He'll have to play. But how effective will he be in a game of this physicality?
No. I think what we are going to see for the Royal Lions, Laura is going to come out.
Oh, good touch. And he's in again. Johnny! Jonathan Gishon has made it 4 goals to 2. They are having an attacking masterclass. The Ducks United took a lovely touch to beat a man, and that's a composed, that's a calm, that's a clinical finish.
It is not.
Is it over?
It is not.
4 goals to 2 in the first half, and the Ducks have come to play. They have come to the party. They have come to the fore, and they are taking the Roaring Lions and putting them to work in this one.
But I tell you something. I would want to see Johnny do those finishes. I want to see him in qualifiers, in international games. Johnny knows how to finish in local league. I want to see him in international playoffs.
We spoke about attack and defense. Was that the defensive error?
It wasn't the best bit of defense, but that was just good offense. A good touch around the man by Johnny.
Too much space in the arm box.
It was a defensive error. It was indeed a defensive error. You cannot give a man like Johnny that amount of space in your 18. Once they get into your 18, the players like him, Torres, and the man Rogers, you cannot give them that amount of space in your 18.
Ball over the top, looking for Torres. Mighty got it slightly wrong. Torres going down. He'll get nothing for that at all. He's flopping around like a fish.
He should get a yellow card. Yes, he will get a yellow card.
Flopping around like a fish, Jose Torres.
He will get a card, and that is for what you call it, simulation.
Yeah, indeed.
Simulation. You call it simulation. You cannot do that.
You can't just. He went down under no pressure. What a first half we have seen here at the REGTC. You never see this when these two teams play. 6 goals in the first half.
It's not over yet.
Well, the yellow card came out. We have not seen it issued just yet.
Torres is still down.
Torres is down, and he now gets the yellow.
That's just what you call classic football. And you know you dived, and you know you're going to get a card. You stay down for as long as possible.
It was simulation. No.
4 goals to 2.
The closest beach to here is Cooker's Bay, right?
Indeed.
It's a little drive at about 5 minutes away. And so Torres has to understand that it's not at Cooker's
You can't dive around in the valley. There's no water here in the valley.
It's not raining. And normally, if it's raining, we'll understand. But it's not raining. My.
Free kick will go the way of the Roaring Lions.
So 2 minutes. Added.
I believe it was 3 that was added.
2 minutes were added. And that has come to an end. That 2 minutes has come to an end. It's the end of that. It's a 4 goals to 2. 4 goals to 2. It's exciting football right here at the Remedy Gishaw Technical Center. It is the Roy Lions taking on Ducks United, the league champions. And I'm telling you, it is really wonderful football. It's the AFL Super 4 Finals. Roy Lions taking on Ducks. We're going to take you back to Master Control, and when we come back, we are going to be live and lively. It is the nightcap game. It is a fine, it's a way, what a way to bring the weekend of action to an end.
We still have Champions League football to play. These two teams will play again. They will play again. But we still have 45 minutes. And I don't think anyone wants this game to end. What a first half this has been. It's Ducks United 4, Roaring Lions 2. We'll join you in about 12 minutes time. But for now, we will take you back to Master Control.
The clock starts at 45. Football is 45. No, it's 45 minutes for football. with Bucks United, with the league champions, enjoying the better of the first half. Well, we know football, like any other sport, It's not finished until the final whistle blows. The Ducks scored 4 goals in 45. The Lions can do the same. The Royal Lions will be looking to come back. The Ducks United, they will be looking to stretch their lead. What will it be? Will it be the Royal Lions? Will it be Ducks United? Well, when referee Harden Hodge blows the final whistle, the scoreboard will be telling the truth. Ladies and gentlemen, 4 goals to 2. Ducks United lead. Will they do the triple this year? Will the Royal Lions have something to say about that? We wait, we see what happens at the end of it. 4 goals to 2, the Royal Lions lead. The will be looking, the man Johnny. The dangerous scorers and the man Mali. The dangerous 3 will be looking to continue their count. While Christian, let's hear it for the young Christian Williams. That's the man who has been pulling it on for the Royal Lions. Ladies and gentlemen, we take you right back to the middle.
We're back here at the REGTC, where it's been a first half playing at a frantic pace. And you wouldn't believe the scoreline if you were on the field playing yourself. It's Ducks 4, Lions 2 after 45 minutes. And we still have 45 plus at a time to go. What a game this has been.
We have the 2 leaders of the league the 2 leading scorers being Johnny and Torres, and they're out there tonight, and they're turning it on the Royal Lions. But here comes the Royal Lions in the early part of this first half.
And Jaden hurt himself into trouble. And the Roaring Lions, well, they have to come back. But right at the end of the first half, they let the Ducks get a 2-goal advantage. Johnny the man. And Mali sliding one through towards Torres here. And Jose Torres has some good defensive work done. But it looks like Mighty Brian that will be out for a throw-in.
Royal Lions looking to come back here. Will they be able to? Oh, well, look at football. The Anguilla Football League coming alive. And this is not the end. It is a finals. It's finals night. But that's for the Super 4. The Champions League kicks off when, Doc?
Not just Champions League. You have the Female League. You have the D-League. You just have football. Still have some very good games coming up in the Female League. You still have the Easterners to play the Superstars. You still have the Superstars to play the Gazelle.
And we have the Easterners to play the Queens.
Some very good games left in this competition.
Oh, what wonderful games remaining. Wonderful football still to be played. We have the D-League will be kicked off soon, so too will the
lovely turn by Ricketts in towards Mali. Mali forced to go backward. Brian, one of the goal scorers. And now, this is interesting because look who's dropped right back towards the defense. It's Bino Ricketts. Passion. Back towards Mata. Mata searching for Gishard. Gishard nonces one on towards Mali. Good defensive work yet again. And a free kick.
Interesting there. The man Mali just stood his ground and like a bulldozer.
He's a big lad, Mali. He's a unit, but he's been moving very quickly today. Mali he's de-aged about 10 years. Suching ball. Header initially won, falls to an orange shot for the moment. But Elijah does well. Finds Mali over to Caleb. Caleb can slide. Marshall in here. Marshall trying to get to the goal side of Jackson. Marshall just bundles Jackson away. DeAndre Marshall puts it into the mixer. Boris comes out and deals with it. Here comes Fares. Jaden Laurent going long, looking for Fares. Too long, too much pepper on it. Goal kick.
Well, it's surprising that we have not seen the man Capel.
Is he on the bench?
Thought that he would have showed up for even it's a 30 minutes in this game, for 30 minutes for the Royal Lions, but we have not seen him at the ground at all.
I think Capello only shows up when the Lions don't have a full 11, not including Fishy and Nico. But they have that full side. Give the youngsters a chance to run. Here comes Torres. Torres cutting inside, putting one in towards Kishon. Boris caught there just ahead. And Mali and Caleb with a miscommunication. I think we would have had a conversation last year. Was it Tony? I can't quite remember. Speaking about these Lions youngsters and when would they get the opportunity and how could they get the opportunity with the Lions veterans standing in the way. But the veterans have stepped aside, whether by force nature or by choice. They've stepped aside and the youngsters have come to the fore. There's no Jermaine, there's no Pell.
What you would have wanted, ideally, was to have the mixture of youth playing with experience, and that for the development would have worked even better than what we have seen. But take nothing away from what we have seen here in this year's tournament, where the youngsters really had to do it all by themselves. They have really done a tremendous job.
A big piece for them they picked up at the start of the season is Khalid Jackson, a young man. He's come in and he's filled the role of Keeney Brooks-Bell. You know, Keeney was the man that could play anywhere on the field and not miss a beat. He could play center back, full back, midfield, or on the wing. Good ball in, dealt with by Ariel. And Jackson has come in and he's done that and done that superbly.
Yes. And you can almost sit here tonight and name an 11 for the Royal Lions that may just entail 2 players on the field. 2 players on the field for the Royal Lions. Well, 3, which will include the keeper.
You get Boris, you'll get Marvin,
and you get Brian.
Mighty. Oh, you could put Jelly in that mix as well.
And Jelly.
But you could name 11 of players, key players missing for the Roaring Lions.
Starters, and that is starters.
Jaden Abbott, Capel Batiste,
Walker,
Keeney Brooks-Bell,
Walker.
There's Oliver Walker,
Hughes,
Jermaine Hughes. They're missing Tyreek John. They're missing Max Vincent Fabian, Tyreek Lake. They're missing CJ. They're missing Damari Prince. They're missing Keanu Richardson. They're missing Tafari. They're missing Scipio. They're missing Keron. They're missing Keon. Goodness, they have players, starting quality players missing.
And so when we speak, we understand the magnitude of players that the Royal Lions are missing, yet they're into a Super 4 final.
Lovely turn by Marvin, and he will find Jelly here. Jelly has a runner. That's a poor ball in the end. Scooped over by Mata. but giving straight back to the Lions. Marshall coming in and doing some defensive work. Throw in to the Roaring Lions. Khalid Jackson taking this one short in towards Mackay. Lovely bit of defensive work, but illegal defensive work by Caleb Bryan, and Christian will win the free kick. Lions turning up the heat just a bit. Re-getting a foothold in this game. A game that they've trailed, they've equalized, they've trailed again, they've equalized again, and now they trail again, but this time by 2 goals.
Yes.
Whipped over. Head going up. Head not making contact, and Mali can come away with it. Shifts it wide towards, it looks like Naomi Crooks out there. Oh, he has pace. Oh, he has pace. Well.
And if you notice, Mali knew that he could not run with the defense. And so what he did, he said Crooks was making a run. And he said, okay, I'll solve it to you. And he did so. And Crooks was making a really, really good run. That was a tremendous run. A good defending there by...
Looked like Marvin there.
Marvin doing a good job for the Roaring Lions.
Yes, that the pace that the Ducks have in defense has been missing with Chadley Charles, but Naomi Crooks, he's been a very underrated player for them this season. A number of players have gone under the radar for the Ducks United. The likes of Passion, who's had a very good year. DeAndre Marshall has had a pretty decent year. Caleb Bryan has had a pretty good year as well.
So the Ducks United, it won't be surprising Doc if they pick up a yellow card very early, 4-time wasting.
It looks like they'll be going to the bench as Zanya O'Donoghue seems to be stripping and getting ready.
And I see at Lion some movement over there as well for the youngster on the
Bruno
road.
Burgos.
That's Bruno, yes, for the Royal Lions. So the substitution is going to come for the Ducks United. I think Marshall is coming off, you think?
It'll be Marshall. If Marshall comes off, it means you have to go to a back 4 and shift Passion over to right back. Or, well, if you take off Marshall, then you don't have a left back or a right back. So you may have to push Mata further forward. But then who comes to the right?
We wait to see who's going to come
It will be
on.
the number 3, Zanya O'Donoghue. And the man coming off seems to be Elijah. So Mata is going to midfield, it looks like, and Zanya O'Donoghue will drop into the defensive line. But that takes away some physicality. That takes away a lot of physicality because Jaden was having his physical battle with the man Elijah St. John. But it's not it's Torres in behind. And he was in an offside position. Free kick to the Roaring Lions. 4 goals to 2. 57 minutes in. Played forward. Well dealt with. It's a good pass out wide as well. Missed touch over by Khalid Jackson. Jackson forward looking for and finding Mackay. Mackay to Christian. Now back to Jackson. Jackson with a missed pass, but does well to recover and shift towards. Looks like Dalik Moore in there. Dalik dispossessed. Jaden stepping in and shifting this one wide. There's a run out wide, and Jelly, if he wants to use him, he will use Jelly. It's Jelly Richardson on the outside with Marshall for company. Jelly ups to go back, whipped in, deflected, and Ducks can clear. Lofted clearance upfield, into touch. Throw in. Throw coming in short. That's a good turn. But he pushed him. Free kick. Tried to turn on the man. But a bit too much physicality there by Jaden Abbott. Not Jaden Abbott, sorry. Jaden Laurent. 2 Jadens for the Lions. Abbott not playing today. Laurent the man up front. With Zanya O'Donoghue. Bit careless, but a lovely defensive work there by, it looked like Crooks. And now DeAndre Marshall sending a searching ball towards Johnny. Boris came off the line early and did well. Crooks has been a bit adventurous in the second half. Bad distribution by Boris, a bit too heavy off the pass, over the head of Jelly, throwing.
We see, indeed, as you said, Crooks has been very, very adventurous. He's making wrong down both wings.
Marshall scooping one, finding Ricketts, who's drifted back further upfield. Ricketts goes back to Matter. Those two have a telepathic connection, but they've been separated by two positions. They usually play right next to each other, side by side. Bino at one CDM, Matter at the other CDM. Matter's now playing center back. Bino is playing attacking midfield. Whistle goes as a man is down for the Roaring Lions. He's down and hurting. As medical staff have been called onto the field. About an hour into this one. 4 goals to 2. You had to see a second half goal. But the goals did take about 10 minutes to come in the first half. Now we're seeing some second half goals. We've not seen some second half goals just yet. But I don't suspect that they are too far away with the way this game has been going. The Champions League kicks off on Friday, June 9th. Friday, June 9th. As a change will be made for the Roaring Lions. Bruno is coming in, and Jelly is the man being replaced.
That, for me, is very, very surprising.
It's an interesting call. Your veteran in Jelly. I think they like the physicality and the height that Jaden gives them up there, winning anything over the top. Especially with St. John coming off. Here's Jaden. Jaden using his strength well, tussling. But he was sandwiched between two defenders. Here's DeAndre Marshall. The searching ball. Malley and Torres in the vicinity. Malley wins the initial header. Johnny goes further back toward Crooks. Lovely. Now Malley. He's physical as well.
You can't win a physical battle with Mali.
Here's Marshall in space. DeAndre Marshall can whip one in. On his best work and defended well by Cali. Looked like Cali Jackson, yes. And now here's Mackay down the line for Jaden Laurent. He could send Mackay through. Mackay goes down. Still Jaden drifting inside. Jaden trying to find Bruno. Just too many yellow and blue shirts. Here's Cali Jackson. Now Marvin turning, getting past Johnny. Shutting it centrally. Oh, missed touch, but it looked like Williams and Mali. He'll find Johnny here. Johnny's in behind. Johnny cuts it back to Jose Torres. And Johnny Gishard, Jonathan Gishard, gets the contact wrong. Taken long by Boris. It's a very good kick towards the big man.
Opportunity going a begging.
Jonathan Gishard on the left. He did have a man he could have squared it to as well. Coming in late. Opted to take the shot on his weaker left foot.
And that's why I think that he should have squared the ball over to that man, because that left foot hasn't really paid dividend for him.
Ducks United of Matter. Now Zanya O'Donoghue, the left back.
Seen some movement again on the Ducks bench.
That's Smiles out there.
Smiles is on the bench, but warming up is that man.
Oh, here comes Ricketts. Marvin's pace does well, however. That's good composure at the back as well. And Boris just lumps it into touch. And the crowd is getting right back into it. The atmosphere is electric at the REGTC. Oh, it seems to be like Ramos, maybe the man who's getting warm. Alexander Nathaniel. Ramos, a veteran defender as well. He can't send this one through. It's over the top. He takes it down, and he'll get the shot off. It goes around Lawrence. Lawrence coming in, sliding. It's kept in play, yes. No, it's not. No, it's not. It will be a corner.
Well, is it a corner or should it be a goal kick? Corner says...
It will be a corner. Lawrence did some very good work to come out and prevent the shot from coming off.
And who was that again?
Christian Williams. Christian is having himself a breakout game. He won't be Lawrence in the air like that. He's a very tall man. He's very athletic as well, Jelani Lawrence. Torres. Stepped in by Mighty. But back to Torres. Torres has green grass ahead of him, you know. Torres can run down the line if he wants to. Ups the cut inside. Doesn't have too many options on the right because Marshall is a bit back. Forward towards Johnny. Johnny goes back to Ricketts. Lovely vision by Ricketts to find DeAndre Marshall here. Marshall puts it in high. And Boris comes and collects a bit too easily. The quality from DeAndre Marshall has not quite been there. It's not quite been where it needs to be. And not it on. No one there. It's back with Jelani Lawrence. Well, we're not in our usual position in the commentary box. We're over in box number 2.
And our vision is obscured greatly.
But if there's one benefit to it, you can hear the crowd noise a whole lot more. You can hear the chatter going on. And it's Torres down the line. And Torres will be called for an offside. Yet again, Torres has not had his best game at all today.
Of course not. And Torres has not had his best game. Yet Docs is 4 goals to 2 up against the Rowan Lions.
Malley has found his shooting boots, and Caleb has found his shooting boots. Malley's goal scoring form dramatically improved at the end of the season. Scored, I think 3 goals in 2 games. And he's come today, and he's opened the scoring as well. He's a poacher, and he has a powerful foot. Here's Jackson. Jackson, lovely ball. Has a man out wide, and Fares cuts it back. DeAndre Marshall steps in. Crooks goes in towards Mata. Mata finds Ricketts. They're telepathic. They know where each other are. And no matter where they are on the field. And it's Torres. He's onside now. Torres has Brian for company. Torres steps inside. Malley. It took 2 men to get him down. But they stepped in well. It's Marvin. Marvin stepping out of the fence here. Playing a ball over the top that will not find Christian in the intended target. What does Nico do? Who does Nico turn to? Does he turn to himself?
And maybe fishing.
Marshall's been struggling really. Almost caught out here again. Ricketts finds Daniel Donahue. It's a double change now coming for the Ducks United. Torres, good reverse pass. Good defensive work as well for the moment. But it's Ricketts in space in the midfield. That's not where you want him to have space because he has Marshall out wide. Marshall with Jackson for company. And he beats Jackson. But Jackson with a brilliant recovery challenge. Marshall regains possession. Still DeAndre Marshall here. No company outside of orange shirts. But he does well to get it past Jackson for the moment. Jackson just clears the Ricketts. The defensive line is very high because Lions are right on the back foot right now. Zanyo Donahue. Mata. Ricketts goes across toward Crooks. Or is that Passion, sorry. Lovely ball. It's Johnny. Johnny puts this one into the mixer. Boris does well enough.
Is it going to be Brian and Marshall, the two men out?
And he's getting into the area.
That's
Referee
nothing.
Halling says nothing.
That's
nothing
nothing.
there. Very light. Very minimal contact.
Is it going to be Marshall and Brian? Smiles is coming in.
So it'll be Marshall coming on for sure for Smiles. And if Ramos is coming in.
It's a three. It is a triple. It's a triple substitution.
Is it? Is it just a double? If it's Ramos who's coming in, then it may be for a defender. So
There is a reason why we don't trust your judgment, because you cannot see as far as I can see.
Is it Passion who will be coming out if Ramos comes in?
It is a triple substitution now, not a double. It's a triple.
It's a trip. You wouldn't want to take out Caleb. He's the legs in your midfield. But if you put Crooks into the midfield, it's tactical battles. Decisions that Ben has to make and not me.
Or is it that the man Mali is coming out?
Well, that would be interesting. That would be very. It is a triple change for the Ducks United. Who comes out? Mali seems to be one of them.
Mali goes. Marshall goes.
Marshall is coming
And
out.
is it Torres?
Well,
And Torres goes.
that's a call. That's certainly a call. And it looks like, well, so Marshall, Mali, Torres is gone. Well, that's a call to make. I'll say Torres is out.
Jose Torres and Mali.
Oh, Marshall has stayed. So is it Passion who's coming out?
It is Passion.
It's I did expect if Ramos was coming in, Passion would be the man to be replaced.
Ooh. Those are big calls, Doc. Those are very big calls.
Very, very big calls. Free kick.
If this game goes down to penalty shootout, Doc, anything could still happen. We have 19 minutes plus remaining in this game.
But the Lions need to find 2 goals. Where will they find them?
They find one now.
They're missing the man that they can rely on, the man that they can turn to for goals. Screechy Walker is hurt. This could be troublesome because he has Smiles breaking away. That's not a good pass from Johnny. It was behind Smiles, and no one could catch Smiles in that Lions defense. Marshall will find a man running in, putting in a dangerous ball.
Oh.
And Boris does it in the end. I think it's Ramos. So I think they've gone to a back 4 now. So Ramos is playing at right back. And looks like Chandler, who's come on, is playing center back.
And what I could tell you, Doc, is that going down that left wing for the Ducks and not for the Rowan Lions, they're going to have a lot of trouble getting past Chandler Charles.
He's fast. That boy is fast. He's not just fast, he's a brilliant defender as well. quality replacement.
He's gonna be carded. Yes.
Time wasting. Time wasting. It's looks like Ramos was just come on. We'll be getting the yellow card.
Yes. Time wasting.
Ben has played his cards early. He's gone defensive. He has so many defenders on the field. You cannot qualify Matt as a defender. Charlie's a defender. Zanya's a defender. Naomi Crooks is a defender. Marshall's been playing as a wing back, and Smart is playing as a wing back / winger. He's gone defensive. He's tried to shut up the shop a bit early. He's played the card. Can Nico counter? He needs his youngsters to step up. They're missing Renel Martin, a very talented young man.
Indeed.
He was hurt. He's injured. But it's Christian trying to slide one through. It's DeAndre Marshall now. Ramos. Now Mata. So it's going to be Ramos playing at right back. Mata and Chadley in the center. And then Zanya, this familiar left back role. So then Marshall is playing as a right midfielder and Smart as a left midfielder. It's Marshall here. Marshall cuts inside well. Oh dear. That's what you call powder puff. Finds Johnny. Lays off to Rocket Ricketts. You can line one up, you know. Easy save for Boris. The shooting boots have not been on to Ricketts today. Jackson gives this one away. Mata finds Ricketts. How many times can I say that in the game? O'Donoghue. Mata. Gets it back from Ricketts. Now finding Marshall. Marshall gets it wrong again. Away. Here's Jaden. Jaden Laurent, a bit slow to turn. Needs an option. Has Jackson.
Heavy touch rush there by Brian Dallinkmore and succeeded in putting it into touch.
"76 minutes. We haven't seen a single goal in the second half.
Well, the Royal Lions, they need the crowd to come alive. They need the crowd to come alive to give them that injection. And the crowd isn't responding at all, Doc.
The crowd has been quieted by a barrage of Doc's goals. It's 4-2. Every goal came in the first half. For now, because here's Mikai dispossessed rather easily. Ricketts smiles. Goes back to Caleb.
No.
That's Crooks, sorry. Crooks playing in midfield. And now Ricketts. Johnny, bad touch. Now played forward, but easy defending for the pasty Chadley Charles.
As pacey as Laurent is, he has his work cut out.
He took off Jelly for Bruno. The one chess piece you had to move was Bruno. Instead of removing the big man in Jaden, they took out the small man in Jelly. Will it come back to bite them? They like the height. They do have the height advantage on the Docks United. Jaden, Marvin, Yariel all have pretty good height on them.
Well, you can't take away the likes of Marshall and Brian.
Indeed.
Even the man Gishan.
But that's attacking height. the Dogs don't have the defensive fight. That they would have had that last season when they had Masimba Bowen. He was the man that won everything in the air back there. A lot smaller in defense right now, Docs United. And guess who passes to guess who?
It is Ricketts to matter.
Here's O'Donoghue. I think we need to get one person in the stadium. Just need to hire someone to count how many times Mata passes the ball to Ricketts and Ricketts passes the ball to Mata.
Well. They will have a big task.
I think they fill up 2 sheets of paper, both sides.
Substitution will come. Ricky Young will make his way in, and that is for Marshall.
So DeAndre Marshall is finally replaced. And that's the last card Ben had to play. It signaled full defensive mode. He has 3 attack-minded players on the field. He has Smiles, he has Johnny, he has Ricketts. Ricky Young is a fullback. It's the last card he had to play. He's a veteran, Ricky. He's been around from the tough times with the Docs United. He's stuck around. And now he has a chance to see things out for his side. That could have been dangerous.
Yes.
O'Donoghue. The Young has come over to this right side. He's basically playing as a de facto right wing back. They're shutting up shop. The Docs United content with their 2-goal lead for now. Foul, free kick.
I think that one was a catch. I don't think Lauren was touched. I really don't think Lauren got clipped.
Ricketts is not happy.
I don't think he got clipped at all, Doc.
And Ricketts is pleading his case. He said that he moved out of the way. He didn't touch him. The referee saw otherwise. It will be Dalik who's been taking the free kicks for the Roaring Lions. Has Mikey to aim at, has Jaden to aim at. Doesn't pick out any. It's a poor ball really from Dalik. They were all at the back post.
It is just saying it was your ball, I'm giving it back to you.
It's not good work from Dalik at all. And I would wonder why a player like Khalid Jackson isn't on the free kicks. It's in toward Johnny. Caleb. I will find Ricketts. Good ball in towards Ricky Young. And now it's wider for Ramos. Ramos trying to find his way through here. It's Ramos in the area.
Ooh.
But Ramos tried to pass. Ramos could have taken it wide and had a shot.
Yes. He should have gone for that shot. Why didn't he?
Because he's a defender.
Ooh. It's a difference between a striker and a defender. A striker would have gone for goal at the near post, Doc.
Khalid Jackson on the throw. Did well to Marshall the Marshall. Khalid Jackson today. It's Johnny up against Marvin. Both tired, but both putting in the yards for their sides. Johnny has Ricky Young and some sort of support. He's gone inside. Johnny needed him to be outside. Still Johnny in the corner. Eventually forced out. Marvin beats a man. Marvin gets past Ramos as well. Gets his heels clipped. Referee says you have the ball. Play the pass. And he gave it away. It's Crooks in there. Goes back to Chadley Charles. Now it's Zanya. Finding Smiles Austin. Booked away. Docs just milking every second off this clock. Mata, pinpoint, finds Ramos. The Lions defense, which conceded on the season just 8 goals, conceded half that in this game alone.
Yes. In the league, they conceded 8. They have conceded 4 tonight. And is it over? We are into the 84th minute of play with still
just
6 minutes to play.
Just 2 goals in it. It's 4-2. Scoreline has not moved from the first half. The Ducks' attack has been quieted, but so has the Lions' attack. It's a lovely move. He's been quiet today, Fares. Very quiet. Love him when he's on form. That's a good ball. It's Gishard. Gishard with Marvin for company. Ricketts. Now Young. Back to Ricketts. I don't know if I tell you who he passed the ball to. Now Crooks goes centrally, finding Ramos. Ramos goes back to Lawrence. Very calm, possessive play by the Ducks United. Crooks. Charles. O'Donoghue. Smiles. They're just knocking it around the lines to show some sort of impetus. They'll put the ball out.
A player is down. It looks like Christian Williams is down for the Royal Lions.
They will put the ball out. And Ducks United, good sportsmanship.
2 players are down for the Royal Lions.
Christian down on one side. Another man down on the other. 5 minutes.
Seems to be cramped for Christian.
5 minutes plus added time for the Roaring Lions to find a way back into this one. They have to manufacture a way in. They have to create a way in. And they have to do so quickly.
Well, it's right now, or never. It's right now, Doc.
4 goals to 2. Not a lot of time remaining. Ducks United on course to do the double with 1 tournament still to play. Will the Ducks United do something that the Lions have done in the past? Win everything available in the 2023 season.
Well, I am not seeing what is going to stop them unless that the pieces for the Royal Lions, the likes of Hughes and Tyreek Lake and the likes would come back in. I'm not seeing, and that's just for the Champions League, but I'm not seeing what is going to stop the Ducks. Who will stop Ducks?
I will throw a hat in the ring.
The attackers?
A full-strength attacker side after the comeback they made in the last game. Will they be rejuvenated? Will they be refocused?
Doc, I am not going off that result. There are so much reasons why we cannot go off that result.
If the attackers can get their pieces back as well, a couple of the key players, the likes of Kiroy Reed back, the likes of Joel Orozco back, will they make some noise? Will the Eagle Claw make some noise? They have their guys, the likes of Phillian Robinson coming back from St. Martin as well. Will they make some noise? This Champions League is going to be very interesting. A full-strength Claw, a full-strength Attackers, a full-strength Ducks, possibly a full-strength Lions, possibly a full-strength Diamond. We'll wait and see. Here comes Johnny. Oh, he slips. Hands go straight to head. He slipped. Tried to play in smiles. 2 minutes. Plus whatever is added. That is all Roaring Lions have. They have to move quickly. They have to move right now. And they have to get this free kick right. They have height to aim at. Find the orange shirts.
Find the head of Laura.
He scored a header a couple games ago. He's good in the air. He's taller than everyone.
You can't score a header from there.
Has to get into the mix unless he's making the run late. He is making the run late. It's Jaden Laurent. Got the header wrong. Burris is down on his haunches. They need a miracle. We've seen a miracle for the Roaring Lions happen. We saw it happen when Screechy Walker did it to the claw. There's no Screechy Walker.
And it's not claw. You cannot, that if you're using the claw as a measuring stick, it is not a good measuring stick. The claw gave 3 games back to back to back. And so I can't use claw. No disrespect to the claw. But I can't use them as a measuring stick.
What we saw from the claw is that they have the ability to go toe-to-toe with teams.
Of course, and play 90 minutes.
But they just can't play past 90.
Football is not 90 minutes, Doc.
It's from the starting whistle
and
to the final whistle. They just can't play past 90 minutes. It's happened on 4 separate occasions when they've lost games from winning positions in the last minute. Tries to go backward. We await the added time because 90 it's 6 minutes. 90 has elapsed and it will be a free kick to the Ducks United. Is this a chance for them to put a neat little bow on this game?
From here, it is the territory of the man.
Rocket Ricketts. If they had Mali, he would have had a shout. Mali is off. He can only watch Ricketts stand over this one. Can Ricketts catch Boris out from nothing short of 40 yards out? It's Ricketts stepping over this one. Chips it wide for Ramos. Ramos beats a man partially. Wins the corner of Forrest Sutherland. Six minutes to go. 6 minutes for the Roaring Lions to end the hopes of a Ducks United treble. Or will it be the Ducks United firmly stamping their authority on this league? Well, if I told you Bino took that corner, would you believe me?
No, his brother took that one.
I saw it with my own eyes, and I don't think he took that corner.
Well, he said, I did that for this reason. We'll see the reason.
Can the Ducks declare themselves as Ricky Young is getting into it with a Roaring Lion? Just some words. Can the Ducks officially, can they officially say, we are the big dogs, we are the big kahunas in this league? It has taken an insurmountable task for someone to knock the Lions off their perch. They started last season when 3 separate teams won something. As a man who's trying to get through here, he has company, but he just couldn't get the touch required. He had a man waiting. MVP of the game, none other than the leading scorer in the league, the man who finished the league with 30 goals, Jonathan Gishard.
And tonight he finishes with.
It's a good ball. It's Smiles here. Smiles in behind. Smiles with Marvin for company. Smiles tried a bit too much. He had Ricky. He had Ricky in acres of room. Ricky was screaming for it. He was begging and pleading for it. Smiles did not oblige. And Boris collects. He has to go quickly. Lions have to go quickly. Well defended by Ramos. Time ticking. Only referee Harding knows how much time is left. No one in the stadium knows. I don't think even the fourth official knows. Only referee Harding can tell you how much time is left in this one. But it's ticking. Precious seconds. Precious milliseconds. Everything is boiling down to this. The Roaring Lions. They can't get a foot on the ball because the plan from Ben to shut up shop has worked. Giving away. Mighty has a man in space.
Charles
But guess who's across? Chadley Charles. Pace on pace on pace. Chadley Charles. What a defender he is. And Doc's may not be done because Smiles has Johnny trying to get in behind. Marvin got a touch. It's still Jonathan Gishard here. Gishard with company in the middle. He goes over the head and he goes over the crossbar as well.
And that one wasn't far off. It wasn't far off at all.
But they're not using Ricky. Ricky is begging. Ricky is pleading. The veteran of the Dock side. He wants one more goal to cap off this final.
Well,
and it will be a free kick.
Will that opportunity come at this moment right now? A yellow card being shown.
Can the Docks get themselves one last goal to cement their status at the top, the tippity top of the mountain? Time is ticking away. There can't be anything more than seconds left on the clock.
With 6 minutes to shown.
Docks
United.
They are milking everything possible from this game. Will it be the double for the Docks United with the Champions League still to come?
Well, for it not to be the double tonight,
it's going to be Smiles. Smiles hits one. Easy done by Boris. All eyes on referee Harding. Whistle goes to his mouth. Blast number 1, blast number 2, blast number 3 means that the Docks United have done the double. They, with a tremendous first half performance, have taken the Roaring Lions off the top of the mountain. Docks win the Super 4 and the Champions League is still to play. But what a first half performance by the Docks United attack. It was Mali, it was Marshall, it was Johnny, it was Torres, it was Brian. They were all in on the action and they have gotten themselves yet another trophy. Boris is distraught. Boris is down. But 4-2. Docks United, champions of the Super 4. You simply can't look past the Herculean performance of Kristen Williams, single-handedly dragging his side to within a couple goals. Docks went in front. Kristen equalized. Docks went ahead again. Kristen equalized again. But Johnny Gishard and his Ducks cohorts, too much for the Ducks, the Roaring Lions. Johnny, with his brace, wins MVP of the league, and the trophy will be presented by Beltany, the FIFA official on show here today, to the champions of the Super 4 playoff tournament, the Ducks United FC. We will have the presentation. We will have the fireworks here at the REGTC. But I will sign off here for the man Johnson and Millington himself. It is Doc Bryant signing off. Your champions for the Super 4, the Ducks United FC.
And the champion trophy, it is 2-1. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the league and the Super 4.
Champion.
everyone.